Hey everybody, and welcome back to another ReZero review. Today we're talking about another season 2 episode 31, and it's called The Maiden's Gospel. And it's picking up right after last week's episode where Subaru got killed by Elsa at the very end. And then he's restarting, and we found out it's the restarting spot that Candace guessed last week. And do you want to explain?
Huh?
You want to explain how you guessed right?
Huh? Say that again?
Yeah. I want to say
Explain what?
Well, he restarted right back where after he just finished his trial, and then Amelia's waking up.
Yeah.
And this was a good episode, especially the second half of it. It picked up a lot, and it started giving us a little bit more answers to some of our stuff we've been wondering about in the season, and it clarified a little bit, but it still left a little iffy if Frederica was an enemy or not. But we'll talk about it in just a minute. But a synopsis of the whole episode is Subaru's restarting, and he's going back to the Roswell mansion to see if he can beat Elsa there and make sure everyone's there and healthy.
So basically, it's like a whole new plan.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out what's going on.
So what he did this time is he wants to go back to the mansion 2 days ahead.
Mm-hmm. Just as soon as he could.
Yeah, and so he told Roswell that he needs to tell, the other people. What's his name?
Who?
The blonde.
Garfield?
Garfield. To tell them that, they need to go earlier. Because then if he tells the plan, I guess. Because this time around, it's like, he hasn't built, the trust of Garfield. Because the first time, it took maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
And then Garfield was able to trust him. And his whole demeanor is more positive towards Subaru. But this time, I guess he's kind of rushing things.
Yeah.
And
it's making him reluctant to trust him this time.
Yeah, because it's just, Subaru knows that he needs to do something, as soon as possible. And so he's rushing things, and it takes, it would take time for Garfield to trust Subaru. But Subaru don't have time this time, and so he just needs to go. Mm-hmm. And so he was thinking, who can, there's nobody else that can go with him. Roswell's injured.
Garfield can't leave.
And I think that's pretty much it.
And Amelia has to stay.
Yeah.
And Otto didn't want to go. He's going to stay too.
Oh, I thought he meant, Otto's just no good. I think that's what he says. I just kind of assumed that he's useless.
Yeah, so his only option was Ram to go with him.
Yeah, but now, Ram was worried that if she leaves Roswell by himself injured, nobody can protect him. But, they have to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And so they go.
Yeah, they're about to leave, and then Garfield sees them off first thing in the morning. And Subaru was expecting to get the necklace from Garfield.
Yeah, because, the first time Garfield's demeanor towards Subaru was more positive, and he had already gained trust towards Subaru, but this time he was just like, what the heck you're doing?
Yeah.
Whatever. And so Ram just basically did the job for Subaru and was able to make Garfield give the necklace to them. Mm-hmm. And so that's what happened, and then they just basically go on this journey, and they get to the mansion.
Yeah, and on the way there, Subaru tells Ram about Rim.
Yeah.
That was a big thing in this episode, because he hadn't been able to do that to her.
Yeah, and what triggered that is Ram was able to remember something, because when Subaru suggested, throwing Ram in the air.
As a decoy?
Yeah, as a decoy, and Ram just, it's like something hit her, and then it's like her subconscious remembers something, but she couldn't exactly remember what it is. And so she mentioned that to Subaru, and Subaru finally just told Ram about Ram. And obviously Ram still couldn't remember Ram, but I guess it's something.
Yeah.
Maybe Subaru's hoping that she would be able to remember more, but I guess not.
Yeah. So they're able to get to the mansion, and they're greeted by Petra when they get there, and they're fine. So they find out that they beat Elsa. They're here. They got there in time enough to beat Elsa. So they go in, and Petra says that Frederica was patrolling the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So in this whole time, that's when Subaru and Ram are kind of having their doubts still about Frederica. So during this time, they're able to go check on Rem, and as Ram goes in there, she asks for some alone time with her. So as he's leaving, Subaru meets Frederica outside in the hallway, and that's when he's able to start asking her questions. They go to like that living room area, and they're having tea, and it seems like the whole point of it was that she couldn't answer any questions really, and then
because of the oath.
Yeah, because
the oath meant.
Yeah, whatever that means. And then also we found out that the necklace is a pair with Garfield's necklace. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Because Subaru showed the necklace as proof that he talked to Garfield, and it seems like they do have at least she seems like she cares about Garfield. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Because she started tearing up.
Yeah. They wanted her to give that older sister.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of image,
Yeah.
sort of.
The reason though I was confused though is because Garf said they don't have a good relationship.
Well, yeah, maybe again they have their own sibling thing going on that we don't know yet, and they already mentioned that Garfield is younger, and she's the older sister, and I don't know. I feel like it just has something to do with their family dynamics, and I feel like it has something to do with their parents.
Well, hopefully
possibly.
I hope that we get more information about that.
But I don't know.
Later
but
probably won't. But we find out that when Subaru confronts Frederica about the necklace and her planning all this and being against the taking down the barrier, she acts confused and like innocent, like she doesn't know what's going on. And then also. Oh, go ahead.
This is when Subaru mentioned about the Frederica giving the necklace to purposely transport them, but Frederica was like, no, like I didn't give you that necklace for you to be transported somewhere else or to the witch. You know, at that point, I guess. Yeah,
and that's when Subaru was like asking all this other stuff, and it seemed like she was innocent from her answers. But of course, there's still that doubt because when Ram confronted her, it seemed like she wouldn't be able to say anything because of the oath. But then it seemed like she was gonna say something towards the end. They just had to take her to the sanctuary, like she was willing to go there. They'd have to force it to.
Yeah, they have to force her. Is what they said. So what else?
No, that was it. And then this is when like the episode gets really exciting. Pace picks up a lot. Elsa shows up behind them, and then she's holding Petra, and he has the knife to her neck. And this one it got pretty crazy because Rem and Frederica started fighting her, and then we find out how the half beasts can do partial. What's it called? Partial. What did they say? Partial transformations.
I don't remember that part.
Well, she had it's when she knocked the knife out of Elsa's hand. Frederica did.
Yeah. Oh, when her hand got big, and then Elsa kept saying, "We got like a big."
We got a small, medium, and large made.
Large.
That's funny. Yeah, I like when she was saying that.
It's like she's insulting them. It's funny.
And then like Subaru was able to like cause a distraction with his shamak. And did you notice that he got the chest pain whenever he did that?
The shot? Yeah.
Is it just because he's using his magic, or is it because his gate hadn't recovered all the way?
I don't know. I feel like he just doesn't know how to control it. Because remember the last time he did it, he went all out instead of being able to actually control it and use it like how it was supposed to be. But
I think he had gotten better though, because he used it with the mob beast in the forest and also with Julius when he fought him.
I don't know, maybe.
And he didn't get anything.
But my thing is, how is he going to get better if he hasn't even practiced it or tried it that many times? But I don't know. We might see some more of that next time, or but when Elsa came through, you know how they came in 2 days early. So the first thing I thought of was that Elsa might have, like, the first time that they came back home, Elsa was already there and everybody's already dead.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is maybe Elsa did not come that day that Subaru came, but it was more like 2 days earlier. And so even though Subaru thinks he's there ahead of her, like, what if they're just hours ahead, but Elsa really came 2 days earlier? Does that make sense?
She probably did.
And then she just basically waited for Subaru for that 2 days.
But do you think that was part of her mission?
Yeah, because I feel like, because it seems like everything that she does, it's for her client, her boss, or whoever it is that's giving her orders. And it seems like even in the beginning, it seems like she's the type of person that plans things out. I mean, obviously she's gonna change her ways if something unexpected happens, but I feel like she's the type of person, she's the type of that character that stays on like whatever the plan is or whatever she's told to do.
Right.
I feel like that's what she is anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you got her pinned.
I mean, she did say that herself too anyway.
Yeah.
And
so back to this the encounter, they were able to escape pretty quickly, right? Then they were outside the mansion, and then that's when we had this kind of standoff with Ram not wanting to rescue Rem and Beatrice, not go back for him.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I was telling you this while we're watching, that they don't need to worry about Beatrice, because if anything, Beatrice can handle herself, and they need to worry about themselves. So it's just kind of funny to me that they're worrying about Beatrice, knowing that Beatrice is, fucking strong.
Yeah, but Subaru's, of course, freaking out and worried, especially about the Rem part. Her not wanting to go back for her sister. Yeah,
but I understand where Ram's coming from, because I'm like, I feel like I would do the same what Ram is thinking. Like, it would have been the safest and basically for the greater good if they had left.
Yeah, that's what she said too. It's for Roswell too, if you can save Roswell's people.
Yeah, because I feel like with Subaru's plan, him trying to save everybody will end up everybody being dead. Yeah. But that's Subaru. Like, he wants to save everybody. He wants everybody to be alive and back home. Right. But that's her classic Subaru. Yeah. And so,
but then we get this badass transformation by Frederica when she says she's about to stay, and then we learn that the necklace is what causes. Well, it looked like it helped with the transformation, right?
Yeah, I think.
Because it was glowing too when she was transforming. And then she turned into like this huge, like, not tiger looking thing, but kind of, it was like a big cat.
Tiger?
Right? A beast. A tiger? Something like that.
Not like a tiger, but a big cat.
Yeah, like a big cat. well, she turned into like this huge yellow cat, like her hair. Anyway, and then she went to go fight Elsa. That was her thing, and then Ram and Subaru were supposed to go save Rem and Beatrice, which they were going after Rem, and then they had when they were going through the hallways, they saw a huge mob beast there, and that, I think that
black looking.
Yeah,
beast.
It looked pretty cool though. I liked how it looked. It had like wings and stuff flying around it.
For a second, I thought that was
Elsa. Yeah, I thought it was Elsa too.
Like, transformed into some shit, but I was like, nah, it can't be her. Unless she summoned that beast.
She must have.
But I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Anyway, they went to go get Rem, and Rem distracted the mob beast, and they went out the window. And then Petra and Subaru were like bonding with each other in the middle of this fighting, and like they were just tending to each other's wounds, and then the roof collapses and Subaru passes out, and then we get this, like, I really like this part because it's like POV of Subaru, like we're seeing everything he was seeing, and it was just like bits and pieces. You see Ram like running across. It's like, I should have checked sooner, And then you see them in the carriage, and he's holding on to Petra's hand, which he thinks. And then they see Patras getting killed, and the mobbies coming. And then it's him getting flung back through the window of the mansion. And it's just like the last part of the episode right here. He realizes that the hand he was holding on to was just a cut off arm of Petra. And that was like I could see it. Even I could see that coming. But it was such a good moment. And then he gets flashes of everybody else. Like we had to look it up. It was Ram's hairpiece, or her, what's it called? What are those things called?
Yeah, just whatever, her hair ribbon.
Yeah, the ribbon.
Kind of thing, yeah.
And then it was like Petra getting crushed by the roof. And then Elsa shows up to where Subaru is, and she's like, well, he's asking like, where's Frederica? And then she's like, well, she was more fun than I thought she'd be, or something like that. And then she was about to kill him. And then he's just all he's wanting is to go see Ram and save her, at least, is what he was trying to do. And then you tell me this last part.
What do you mean? Well, no, before all that, I want to mention Elsa mentioning that she didn't want to get beat by Melee. Yeah. Somebody named Melee. And so I'm assuming maybe another Bowel hunter.
Or just hunter.
Or just,
like assassin.
Another hunter in general that... maybe she's like trying to compete against this other hunter,
or maybe they're all just hired by the same person.
Yeah, maybe, or it could be like a different kind of. Maybe that Melee has a different boss, and then the two bosses are kind of against each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just what we're kind of guessing right now, and so we get to the part where Subaru about to protect Ram. But then he opens the door, and then we get into Beatrice's room, the library. And then I was like, I'm like, what are y'all worrying about Beatrice for? She's perfectly fine.
Yeah. But it's just funny because he said, Beatrice. And he's like, why did you save me? Because he's like, I think he was expecting to die and just start over this again. Yeah. But I don't think he's gonna have to restart this life for sure, right?
I mean,
because everyone's dead right now.
Yeah, I mean...
Petra, Ram, and Frederica?
Mainly Ram and Frederica.
Yeah, Ram can't die.
Ram shouldn't die. Ram can't die, so he has to go back, or they need to find Ram and maybe heal Ram one way or another. And Frederica,
if she's not dead.
Yeah, if she's not dead. But we finally get to see my Beatrice. Like I've always wanted to see her like in action, and just getting information from her is so interesting to watch and to learn about. But so that's going to be on the next episode. Yeah,
hopefully we get another action-packed one on this next one.
Yeah.
All right. But let us know what y'all thought about the episode. Thank y'all for listening and watching. If y'all liked the video, make sure y'all leave a like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit, and listen to us on the go on all the major podcasting apps and sites.
We'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for listening.